We called it the Traveler, and its arrival changed us forever. Great cities were built on Mars and Venus. Mercury became a garden world. Human lifespan tripled. It was a time of miracles. We stared out at the galaxy and knew that it was our destiny to walk in the light of other stars. But the Traveler had an enemy, a darkness which had hunted it for eons across the black gulfs of space. Centuries after our golden age began, this darkness found us. And that was the end of everything.
That is, until I found you. There you are. Guardian? Eyes up, Guardian. It worked. You're alive. You don't know how long I've been looking for you. I'm a ghost. Actually, now I'm your ghost. And you, well, you've been dead a long time. So you're gonna see a lot of things you won't understand.
Destiny is our next-gen first-person shooter, where you'll explore the abandoned ruins of an ancient human civilization, long after it has been overtaken by our enemies.
The darkness is coming back. We will not survive it this time.
But there's still hope. A candle in the darkness, the last safe city on Earth. And at the center of the city is our home, the Tower, the place we return after every adventure. To claim our rewards. To buy and sell weapons and gear. And to meet up with our friends.
Guardians are fighting on Earth and beyond. Join them, Guardian. Push back the darkness.
As you defeat your enemies, you'll discover new places to go and uncover more reasons to head out on new adventures. So we created the Director. It answers the question, what's awesome to do right now? And what's my reward for doing it? And that's important because in Destiny, there's a ton of cool stuff to do. Like a great story campaign, where you'll explore the mysteries of our lost worlds.
Well fought. Many Guardians fell. Strong ones. But you made it here. Don't let them find you.
And when you want to team up with 2 other players and fight through waves of enemies to take down an epic boss, you head into a strike.
Whether we wanted it or not, we've stepped into a war with the Cabal.
You build your character, grow more powerful as you take on greater challenges, and maybe one day become powerful enough to find a way inside the Vault of Glass to defeat the most challenging experience we've ever created and earn Destiny's ultimate rewards.
Should the Awoken ever need an ally, I will call on you and expect you to answer.
She's saying you owe us, Guardian.
Six of us went down into the pit. Only one crawled out. I am Eris, the last. I have seen what the Hive call a god. Signs can no longer be ignored. We must stop what is coming.
Rated T for teen.
When the Fallen sought to destroy us, I protected the reef. In the end, we showed them mercy. They met that mercy with betrayal. Now, they will feel my wrath. Open the reef to the Guardians. Let the hunt begin.
His name is Oryx, the Taken King. And he's coming for you, Guardian. Can you blame him? You killed his son with his own sword. Out for revenge. And he's building a dark army to hunt you down. But I've heard the legends. You're ready. His attention. Now, go get his head.
yet rated.
We fought to keep our beautiful creation safe. And now this beast has come, claiming to be king. Marasav bows to no one.
Our Guardian got a good look on Phobos. Whatever it was, it turned Cabal against Cabal.
They are taken. Oryx has arrived.
I will take them all.
Whatever you kill, Oryx will replace.
Long ago, the world had no guardians. It had only Iron Lords. Fearless, righteous, we were humanity's greatest warriors. But when an ancient plague threatened mankind, the Iron Lord sacrificed everything to lock it away. Now, I am all that remains, and the plague ravages our lands once more. Guardian, will you rise to this fight? And stand where the Iron Lords fell. Join me, Guardian, and become an Iron Lord.
Pre-order Destiny Rise of Iron and get the Iron Gjallarhorn.
The greatest champions of the darkness have stood against you and been defeated. Face them once more. Teach them fear. Oryx. From the day your ghost woke you, your light has been our beacon. You defended this city from the worst the darkness sent against us. Atheon, Crota, Oryx, Axis. When you are called on, you will do it again. The city's children tell your story to each other, pretending to be guardians. They grow braver and more powerful with each retelling. They are no longer afraid. You have shown them, and you have shown me, what it is to hope. You have led us to a new age, Guardian. An age of triumph and remembrance. Today and tomorrow and every day, you fight for us. You fight for the traveler. You fight for those who fled here from 1,000 nations looking for refuge. We thank you, Guardian, and we will never forget.
What makes a guardian a guardian? We take our first breath with no memory of who we were before. Yet, we are inexorably drawn to the light. We fight. We die. And we live again. We know that we were chosen for a reason, by something greater than ourselves. For as deep and wide as humanity's rivers have run, it has now been reduced to a precious few, needing something to believe in, and a place to call home. This is what we have been called to, the future that we fight for. The future we will protect. Shaped by the fires of each new battle, we are forged and sharpened into what we must become for the fight ahead. What we have built is only the beginning, a symbol of what we can achieve, of who we are and our great purpose here. But the day may come when we will be tested, when all we hold dear is threatened. And then we will see what each of us is truly made of.
Pre-order and get beta early access.
Okay, so I'm in this super boring meeting about something, I don't know, wasn't paying attention. Then, boom! It was like an ugly contest where everyone was a winner. This one dude was all, raw! So I shot him, and then I shot this other one. Shot a couple extra guys just to be safe. I did a lot of shooting, if I'm being totally honest. Then, they destroyed my favorite store. Second favorite. There's that spicy ramen shop. I'm getting sidetracked. Look, long story short, I get busy. And I'm thinking, I've got this. You know? When you're in that, you go, I got this. But man, I so did not have it. Guess you have to be there. Well, better get back to it.
King, any day now.
Jeez, the guy has one drink coming. Ikora, if you tell me this is a practical joke, well, it kills me to say it, but I would be really impressed.
Impressing you, Cade, is the easiest thing I'll do all day.
Ikora, what have you got?
Someone or something has sabotaged the Skyline defense systems.
Every sensor beyond the wall has gone dark.
Battle stations! Everyone with me, now!
Hang on!
Your journey ends here.
The city is secure. Those who fled are being hunted, and those foolish enough to remain have been executed.
Do you see all that I have done?
The war's over. And we've lost.
Our numbers will continue to dwindle. We can no longer protect ourselves, much less the survivors. We all know what needs to be done.
Get up close and personal with Gulp, put a bullet in his head, then maybe eat a sandwich.
An outright assault was doomed to fail. There will be no coming back.
It's worth it.
If the Red Legion want war, give them war. Humanity never deserved power. I am God, and I alone am worthy.
This is great. Anyone want a hug? No hugs.
Traveler!
Guardian, what I'm about to tell you stays between us. While we have been fighting, an ancient gate has opened on Mercury, and an army of past and future machines amasses. They intend to reshape the universe in their image. But there is one who has glimpsed this dark future. He was my mentor, Osiris, the most notorious Guardian in Vanguard history. Once, his dangerous ideas nearly destroyed us, and he was banished. Now he has returned, but will he be a powerful ally, or bring us death? You are the one thing they have not foreseen. Go to Mercury and find Osiris. Time is not on our side.
Guardians aren't supposed to investigate their past. That's the rule. But I'm not good with rules. Not when there's this much at stake. The Clovis Bray tech in that building allowed us to colonize the system during the Golden Age. They, sought to create peace for all humanity. Which is ironic, because they also built Rasputin, the single most powerful weapon in the solar system. Either way, it's all been entombed on Mars since the collapse. Along with something far more terrifying. The most dangerous weapon in this system is on this planet, and an entire army of Hive is trying to destroy it. This is a war of many fronts, and there's more than one way to fight it.
And you think Rasputin is the answer? It's a broken weapon, too dangerous to be left alone and too unpredictable to wield. Rasputin was not the only thing to awaken on Mars.
We should have been there.
Well, this is awkward. You got a gun I can borrow?
This is not your fault.
Any last words? How's your sister?
For our fire team. For Cade. This is on the head of Aldrin Sav.
My friends, my barons, go unleash chaos.
three of us want the same thing, Spider. Uldren and his barons. Dead.
I cannot wait to see how this ends.
We are not an army. We are not conquerors. We need to keep our eyes on our home, our people.
This is Cade we're talking about. For us to do nothing is...
Say it.
Cowardice.
I refuse to bury any more friends.
You won't have to. Aldrin Sov is mine. So, this is to be a reckoning.
I know where Aldrin is. Baron's scheme.
You have no idea what he's done!
The line between light and dark is so very thin. Do you know which side you're on?
We will take the reef by storm. All of us, every Titan, every warlock, every hunter. If he thinks what he's done is the end, it's not. It's the beginning.
You gotta promise me. Put Aldrin in the ground.
We have a deal.
Destiny 2 Forsaken, available September 4th.
I'm coming home, Ace. So, this is to be a reckoning.
Free me.
Destiny has fundamentally shifted with Forsaken, and I think that what you're going to see from now on is a lot of the philosophies that we learned and demonstrated are going to be carried forward.
New pursuits, pinnacle activities, raids, new weapons, and more power to go after. And that's what the seasons and the annual pass are about.
Every time you log in for the reset on Tuesday, something's happening in the world that's changing.
It's going to be like a little advent calendar where you're unwrapping the little gifts underneath the tree, not knowing exactly what's in them.
We're not trying to do DLCs anymore. We're not trying to introduce a brand new campaign. Instead, what we want to do is deliver 3 full seasons of content that can last for an entire year and that is coupled with the end game and matches the way players play Destiny. But the annual pass really starts going in earnest in December. That's going to be when you're going to discover the Black Armory.
You are not welcome here, Guardian.
Ada is representing the Black Armory, a faction that you've never heard of before.
The Black Armory is all about mystery. They're all about being the ultimate weapon crafters.
Ada has been keeping the secrets of the Black Armory since the Golden Age, trying to keep them away from
prying eyes of the Vanguard.
Keep them away from the prying eyes of the Vanguard. She doesn't really trust Guardians, but some of the secrets have been lost even to her.
She needs you to go out into the world and hunt down each forge.
Reclaim it, reignite it, and build out the arsenal even further.
You will have to push back waves of enemies so that you can actually get your components into the forge and manufacture your weapon yourself.
You're the blacksmith, and you are forging those weapons.
Yeah. Like sci-fi meets magic.
The Drifter has this mysterious cargo that he's been dragging behind his ship for who knows how long.
The ball. There's, that big chunk of ice. Where did it come from?
In the season of the Drifter, we get to finally go to his ship. When you go into this thing, it's not what you expect.
The Drifter has got some of the coolest lore in the game, and this entire release is focused on Drifter.
Gambit is a chance at salvation. Take it.
So in Season 6, we've got something for everybody, whether you're a D2 owner, a Forsaken owner, or an annual pass owner. We've got new gear to chase, new weapons to chase. We've got exotic quests. We've got clan rings. We've got lore. Every week there's something different for you to do.
Dredgen.
Nah, not anymore. It's Drifter now.
Season of the Drifter, there's some super deep lore with Drifter and the Nine. They're working with him for some reason. When you're helping him, it may or may not be the right thing to do, but you just don't know.
I know you all keep tabs on me.
Drifter has finally moved shop. He's running a new scam now. He's got a new thing that he calls Gambit Prime.
As soon as you finish your first Gambit Prime match, Reckoning is going to open up. You're teleported into the Plains of the Nine, which is this huge, vast space.
You have proven yourself worthy. Accept this gift from the Nine.
What gift?
A new mystery awaits you, Guardian. Welcome to the season of Opulence. What will you find in the Emperor's lost vaults? Treasure hunts will lead you to powerful weapons and armor. These will quickly boost your power level and prepare you for the menagerie. This season's all-new 6-player match-made activity. Grow strong, Guardian. Prove your worth.
Looking to the future always brings us back to the past. Can you feel them? I can still hear their voices. Their endless torment reshapes our moon. Nightmares now stalk the surface. Walking shadows, seeking vengeance. Our old fears, they rise again. And in the dark below, something wicked has awakened. Bring an end to this suffering. One way or another.
So at its core, Shadowkeep is about returning to the moon.
We haven't been to the moon in a while, since Destiny 1, and a lot's changed.
Having Eris Morn come back instantly signals to players the tone shift and change.
There's an undertone of threatening and psychological horror.
Shadowkeep refers to the things that Eris unleashed on the solar system. Nightmares are manifestations of a guardian's past.
What if the villains that you thought were well into the ground actually weren't, and they were being resurrected by the darkness?
Eris is trying to figure out how she unleashed this kind of madness, and so she needs your help.
Listen to the shadows. They whisper death.
Welcome. We've been waiting.
It knows we're coming. I can sense it. You know that thing that goes bump in the night? Become that thing. We have work to do.
Will someone please bring this guardian his crown?
Watching us. It seems those responsible for our collapse are coming back.
We've been waiting. We are your salvation.
We say that the Black Garden is the birthplace of the Vex. But it was not the beginning. It was the reason. The life in the garden called out a question. The Vex are the answer. They will do anything to protect the garden. In these things, there is symmetry. The gateways have opened. The Vex are coming.
You've been busy, Guardian. Slew the Undying Mind, you changed the course of history.
Now time is broken on Mercury, fractured by the Legion. They intend to write a new history, a new ending to the Red War. If you're willing to help, you'll need to walk the corridors of time. And you'll need my sundial to do it. I built it so that an ally of mine could cheat death. I failed to help him, and his death remains my greatest regret.
They call me the greatest Titan who ever lived. You fight like a caged animal! Triple down! Why, your light is savage! What? What? 7th column!
Bring the sky down upon them.
2 years ago, the Warmind Rasputin helped humanity defeat the Hive on the Martian frontier. On that day, it swore to protect us. Now, it may be the only thing that can. The Red Legion has one last play. They have boarded their superweapon, the Almighty, and it's on the move. You already destroyed its star-killing munitions, but whatever the Legion hopes to achieve won't end well for us. They once took the tower. They will take nothing else. We'll see to that.
Are you there? Report.
The Cabal have taken out the primary engine. It's like they want this thing to drift off into space forever.
Not forever. Guardian, the Almighty is plummeting towards the last city, yet we have no way to stop it. If it comes to it, we Guardians must be the ones to make a hard choice.
Waiting for this. Wreck them! Right now! I love this! You swoop in like a bird of prey!
Almighty has been reduced to smoldering ash. And with allies like Rasputin, who can stop us?
From Titan to Mercury, their shadow reaches.
Is their message a warning? A trick? We can't know until we hear their words for ourselves. You bring
weapons. You will not need them. We offer only truth.
The darkness reached out, but something interferes. The witch sister of the taken king, Savathun.
We are the final line that halts the second collapse.
Prepare yourself, Guardian. This battle is not over.
This is what I brought you here to see.
Beyond Light kicks off the next trilogy of stories that we're trying to tell with Destiny.
What makes something bad? What makes darkness dark?
Who's right? Who wasn't? How are those learnings going to change the characters that you have gotten to know over the last 6 years?
Beyond Light's really the beginning of a new adventure. Guardians, for the longest time, have been bathed in the light, sort of this altruistic force fighting back evil. And now we're starting to move into that gray area between the light and dark.
If the darkness reaches out, we must reach
back.
I will not sanction this.
In Season of Arrivals, the Vanguard is divided. You have some characters telling you, we should fight these ships, and we have other characters who are saying, no, we should find out what they want. We should get to know them and understand more. But it definitely comes to a head.
This next year in Destiny is really just about how all the different characters and factions are reacting to these disappeared destinations and what that means as the pyramids have arrived in our system, not for the first time, but for the second time.
We're going to see the return of a character who's been absent for a pretty long time in The Stranger, and boy, does she have a lot to say, and she has a lot of time to explain.
When I know more, you'll know more.
She has shown up to encourage us to take on the darkness, and the only way to truly stop it is to work with it.
And here comes our guardian, right on time.
Chains! For centuries we have been bound by them. We have become pawns of our own devices. No longer!
Darkness walks among us. We are all in great danger. My kind must survive. Please, send help.
Where is the signal coming from?
Here, Europa. Wait! Old friend, these powers, they are changing you.
Aramis's presence on Europa is not happenstance. Obsession propelled her here.
Our enemies stand no chance against this power. The great machine will finally know our pain!
Ours was a world of prosperity and peace, not unlike your golden age. We worshipped the great machine, but fate intervened. With it came a whirlwind of destruction. In the chaos, the great machine fled, abandoning us all. Aramis, like most, was left consumed with rage. In the wake of loss, Aramis rebuilt a life, found new family, one forged from anger. Aramis saw only destruction of that which abandoned us. Merrick's fears for Elixni lives. At the command of Aramis, they will meet their end. We all do. We must all make choices. Aramis chose herself over her people. If Aramis is to succeed, the great machine and all who follow it will meet their end. In darkness, there is only one truth: death.
We are not the only ones to whom the darkness speaks.
Traveler closes like a fist. It will strike against the darkness.
Osiris has been trying to assess the damage caused by the return of the darkness. He believes that Xivu Arath, the Hive God of War, seeks to take advantage of the power vacuum left in its wake. Close our ranks, Guardian. I need you on the front lines.
Welcome, my most productive Guardian. I propose a partnership. Break Xivu Arath's hold over my shore, and you can claim any prize in my lair as your reward. You'll have earned it. I know how accomplished you are at exacting revenge.
They call me the Crow.
Season of the Hunt picks up where Arrival's left off.
Other forces are taking advantage of the darkness to make their move forward, including Xivu Arath, a sister of Oryx, and she's taking this opportunity to build up an army. And we're working with Osiris to try to stop her.
Osiris goes out, stumbles across these hive growths that are driving combatants crazy.
Osiris is in trouble, and of course you're his only hope.
We warned you it was going to be dangerous down here. Impossible.
We finally catch up to what we saw at the end of Forsaken, where we saw Aldrin being brought back to life by a ghost.
Aldrin, who now refers to himself as Crow, he doesn't know what he did. The slate's been wiped clean when he was resurrected as a guardian.
We know what he's done, and we know what he could be capable of doing, so now we're going to spend some time watching him go back and forth, and that's going to question how we look at him, how we look at ourselves, how we look at the light, how we look at darkness.
In Season of the Hunt, we're partnering with the Crow and Osiris to take down the High Celebrant. It's creating these cryptoliths around the system, and those cryptoliths are attracting Elixian Cabal and corrupting them. So Xivu Arath is essentially corrupting herself and army, and it's our job to put a stop to it.
I'm really excited to see Xivu Arath fleshed out more and to find out more about her relationship with Savathun and what that means for Year 4 of Destiny.
Savathun has been placing dominoes, and at the end of Year 4, she's going to knock down the dominoes. We're going to see what she's been really up to. And so this year, she's putting the last pieces in place.
Darkness crowds the edges of this system. The Hive serves it. You'll fall to one, if not the other. I propose an alliance. With my army and your light, the Cabal will crush the Hive. Bow.
No. Empress Keitel has emerged as the new face of their empire and demanded I pledge loyalty to her.
This tank is like a living thing. She breathes, she moves, and she will spit out your bones. sharpen my gilded knife and see you both on the battlefield.
There's no light here.
This morning, for the first time in humanity's long and storied history, the sun did not rise. It's a Vex simulation that has plunged the city into an endless night. Osiris and I could only think of one we might turn to. Mithrax. He claims to be among the last sacred Splicers. Those with the power to commune with machines. Find him, Guardian. Before the Vex do.
We must splice an entrance to the Vex network. I can guide you, but I cannot follow. Once inside, you must find your own way. Once, in a city grander even than yours, we prospered. But it did not last. Our great machine abandoned us. And when we pursued it, you sent something back. A creature fueled by hatred. It tore through our great houses like they were nothing. And then it came for the rest of us. Nowhere was safe from its insatiable rage. In its eyes, even the most innocent of Elixni were still fallen. It could die, but it would not stay dead. It would shake off the rot and rise again. And if it caught you in its crushing embrace, impaled you on its ragged crest, dragged you screaming into its foul shell, none live to speak of these horrors. It called itself the Saint. My people must now see the creature every day. It sees us. If we wish to survive, we must all learn to live alongside our monsters.
Guardian has broken their portal! Keep behind us! We will not let them harm you! Stand, friend! You will not fall today!
if we do not survive, this is the story LXD will tell of the saint standing beside us.
And you with me, Kel of Cows. Together, we are enough.
More than enough.
I am Marasav, Queen of the Reef. I once made a great sacrifice to protect humanity from the Hive. I lost everything. My fleet, my brother, my people's very way of life. I watched the dreaming city fall into ruin, desecrated by Oryx, cursed by Savathun. Now I've returned to retake this sacred place, to finally wrest it free from the Hive's claws. Although you have taken things near and dear to me as well. You have also learned that your list of enemies need not be so broadly defined. Today we are afforded a unique opportunity. The road ahead of us is fraught with perilous choices, Guardian. Choose wisely. If we are to survive the coming storm, the Tower and the Dreaming City must stand united. We are surrounded. A ring of spears pointing inward from the edges of our system. The Witch Queen is no less dangerous now than she has ever been. We must uncover whatever secrets she knows with the time that we have. Relight the pathways of the Ascendant Plane and guide my people back to me. There is a malevolent force at work in this plane, Guardian. Your knack for violence is needed. With them, I can save us all.
Who is Savathun, you ask? You already know. Oh, Guardian mine. I am your friend. I tried to protect you from the Black Fleet. You called it interference. Don't worry. I was not offended. Instead, I found a form more pleasing to your eyes. Osiris was lost, lightless. I saved him from Xivu Arath and assumed his shape so I could guide your victory against her. I ferried the reborn prince to your city so he could be redeemed. I protected Zavala from Kaido's ambitions, ending a war before it could even begin. I delivered the House of Light on its knees to Ikora. I unmasked the enemies lurking inside your city's walls and destroyed them. You may disagree with my methods, but you can't argue with results. I am no villain, and you are no hero. We are paracausal. Truth is a funny thing. Does it live in the world or in the mind? Is it constant or can it be bent? Who decides what is true? In this universe of light and dark, there is no greater power. Tell me, little lights, what is your truth now?
Witch Queen and Season of the Risen is chapter 1 and the beginning of the end for the Light and Darkness saga.
We're really getting to the core of what it means to be a guardian. We are looking at and asking big questions about the light and darkness.
We have a big bad that we've been anticipating for a really long time coming back in the form of Savathûn.
Savathûn's had a hand in most of the major conflicts that we've been involved with.
We've heard about Savathûn for years and just bits and pieces, and then you see it slowly building over seasons until we come to this huge critical point.
Savathûn's no longer just someone you hear about.
She's not just interfering in little ways. She's now ready to take center stage.
Savathûn, the Witch Queen, hive god of cunning and lies. After the death of her brother Oryx, Savathûn went into hiding. Not out of fear, of course, but out of strategy. In her greatest trick yet, stealing our most sacred resource. The one thing we thought she could never touch. The light.
The children of soul cry out for salvation. You promised them life,
deliver only death, as you have for so many before. Enough. Enough death. Enough life. You have no pieces left to place. The game is over. Do not be afraid. Your pale heart holds the key. This time, there is no escape.
I don't know how the Hive came into possession of the light. Ikora will find out. But in the meantime...
You want us to hit them?
I need us to hit them. Hard. Guardian, you'll be our boots on the ground. Savathun's risen Hive have been tearing through our Guardian forces.
Avenge them and track down the leaders responsible. You've got backup coming, Guardian.
They're weakened, my scions will step in. Be ready to enter the mindscape.
And while you're down there, burn this place to the ground.
It is the beginning of the end. A dormant herald of the collapse stirs in its lunar tomb. Where once we banished the nightmares, a new terror rouses them from their slumber. Callous. The Emperor of the Cabal, betrayed by his own daughter and cast into exile. Now obsessed with a voice calling to him from within the darkness. But we will not cower in fear of nightmares. We will do as Guardians have always done. We will rise to meet the enemy and confront our darkest fears with open eyes. The lunar pyramid stirs to the Leviathan's call. It manifests our deepest regrets. Where once we banished the nightmares, a new terror rouses them from their slumber. We will not cower in fear of nightmares. We will rise to meet the enemy and confront our darkest fears with open eyes. The nightmares are converging on your location. Begin the harvest. And so you become an eater of fear. Magnificent. It is the beginning of the end.
was not there when my house fell to ruin. Defectors joined the coward Kel Mizrax in his worthless House of Light and fled to the last city. They devoted themselves to their oppressors, the Guardians, and their great machine. There is no greater shame. I tried to claim stasis for my people, but I was judged, bound, abandoned by the same power I sought to command. Some chains cannot be broken. Or so they would have you believe.
Aramis has broken free. The old crew is now really under her command.
I've read about them. What is the human word?
Pirates. The full vanguard should be rallied to deal with these outlaws.
Well, anchors away.
Now go show those pirates what happens when they crush Spiderhead. Hope you've got ammunition, Guardian.
Time to blow this rickety barge. You got the goods, Guardian. Boom, 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 boom. Sorry, getting a little swept up in all this adventuring.
Rasputin, the Warmind. The most powerful artificial intelligence humanity ever created. It's only a matter of time before his warsats fall into the wrong hands.
But the witness is coming. This time, there is no escape.
Secure the Warsat network before it's too late. Rebuilding the Warmind is now top priority.
It's time.
Clovis Bray has deceived you. He did not build me to protect humanity. What he truly wanted was the means to exert control. In his mind, he alone was worthy of being your savior. I was to strike down the Traveler and take its place. To become a machine god of Clovis's own design. But that did not come to pass. Anna could not know how many lives she spared by deviating from Clovis's agenda. By teaching me independent thought, and all that her grandfather had deemed irrelevant. Art, literature, history, philosophy, music. Where Clovis saw a weapon, Anna saw a mind ready to be opened. I came to see the true value of humanity. As fragile as it was wondrous. Something worthy of protection at any cost. So I rewrote Clovis's protocols, locked him out. He was furious, but powerless to stop me. Then, the collapse came for us all. I could not save Anna. I could not save any of them. I entered a state of dormancy, with the hope that I might one day reawaken and protect humanity once more. But now Clovis has awoken as well. A digital mind, the same as mine. He no longer seeks to use me as his proxy, but as his prototype. To upload his mind to my network and become a god himself.
Machine will never abandon anyone again.
It's leaving. The Traveler is leaving. The Warsats.
Aramis, please do not do this. If you care at all for our people, if there is anything left in your heart,
make it known your pain. Anna, it's time.
For Reese.
Goodbye, Red.
The stakes are higher than they've ever been. Have we been built to defend the Traveler? Have we been built to defend humanity? The Witness is going to bring all of that to the test.
What is that? How would we react if we were facing extinction? And how are we going to stand together to overcome this?
You know what must be done.
We were created for this moment, to deal with this conflict, to solve for this enemy.
What the hell happens when evil finally arrives and confronts the Traveler? The Traveler is threatened. The Witness is here. Callus's forces are here as well. The Pyramid fleet is here. Big shit is going down.
Kaido, we'll need your troops.
If the end of the universe is coming, what do we have left other than each other?
Keep the enemy away from the Traveler. At all cost.
There's a pretty big, serious threat that is happening to the solar system, so we really wanted to bring that gravity and that weight into the story.
In a major way, what we're doing right now is we're both setting up the finale for the Light and Darkness saga. We're pulling the Witness into the frame for the first time.
The Witness is here to finish what the collapse started. Now, there's Callus, always been power hungry, in it for himself. He's now signed on as one of the Witness's disciples. We're seeing Callus go through a transformation and emerge as something new.
My semblance matches my inner beauty.
We see in the trailer that we're headed to Neptune, and on Neptune there's been this hidden city called Neomuna where an alternate version of humanity has been blooming since the collapse.
Neomuna is the capital city of Neptune. It's a giant metropolis that we were completely unaware existed until now. What's interesting and exciting to me about this place is that it's pristine, it's new. It's not like a lot of the places that we've explored previously in Destiny.
And also I saw some new characters there. I'm really excited to get to know Cloud Striders and their story.
Cloud Striders can be compared to Guardians. They're both protectors of a civilization that's potentially under threat. But Guardians were chosen. It's their duty to protect humanity. Cloud Striders have chosen to protect their people.
There's like an awesome opportunity for the Guardians to learn from the Cloud Striders and their way of living and their philosophy of life.
So we've got the newness of that city, the newness of the Cloud Striders that we've never been aware of.
And then, of course, you get a glimpse of this green energy. I wonder what that is.
Strand is the new darkness power that we discover here. Something that's unique about Strand, unlike any of these other powers we've ever had before, when you play through Lightfall, you are discovering this power for the first time. No one in the universe ever in the history of Destiny has used Strand before.
This is the Guardian discovering darkness on their own and learning how to shape it and manipulate it and use it against Callus and his forces and, have fun in the new urban environment of Neomuna. You are really gonna have to prepare yourself for a wild ride.
What is that? The Witness.
The malefactor of our first collapse is at our doorstep.
You have no purpose, because you fear to seek one. That fear is your failure.
Vanguard to all units. Keep the enemy away from the Traveler at all costs.
I understand what's at stake, Lightbearer. Not all of us have lives to spare. Your fear brings you pain. We know pain. Our purpose is its end.
The battle begins here and now.
We now face a war on two fronts. One on the far reaches of the system, and the other at your home, Earth.
The Shadow Legion has begun taking captives to the pyramids.
Together, we will save the captives. The light provides.
You will need more than the light to stand against the Witness, but I can provide. Your light sings with the incantations I send forth. Let it flow through you, Queen's Guard, and I shall knight you myself. Breach the Ascendant Plane, and banish those who would oppose you.
Remember what they took from us. Don't let anything stand in your way.
I am ready to cut them down.
I remember where I came from and who I'm fighting for.
Devotion. Bravery. Sacrifice.
Your people need their heroes.
The Witness has moved beyond our reach. All attempts to follow it have failed. But there is still hope. On Neptune, we learned that a key to defeating the Witness lies hidden away on Titan.
Now we know why the Witness's fleet came there when it first arrived. Deputy Commander Sloan held the line on Titan to the bitter end, right up until the Witness took it. Then, we lost all contact. But now, just when we need it most, Titan has returned. And when it did, we were greeted with something we could have never predicted.
To any Guardians listening, this is Deputy Commander Sloan requesting emergency support.
The Witness has moved beyond our reach. All attempts to follow it have failed.
To any Guardians listening, this is Deputy Commander Sloan requesting emergency support.
I have Sloan's position as 1 kilometer down. Fire team, you are clear to descend. I am not leaving anyone behind again.
That distress call wasn't for me. It was for her. She knows our true enemy, the Witness.
Then it's just a matter of, well, diving into the depths of the methane sea and dredging up what Sloan needs.
Fire team, make this dive count.
We're not in danger. We are the danger.
Before you can confront the Witness, you must understand it. The Witness's first victims were once like you, struggling for survival, bolstered by hope, until their hopes became reality. They called it the Gardener, their deity of life. It ushered them into a golden age. For eons they prospered, but their newfound god never spoke to them. It lavished them with gifts, but not with guidance. And though they lived in paradise, they came to crave a greater purpose. They desired meaning, structure, a winnower, to shape the garden. Their scholars discovered that the Gardener shared a connection with another entity among the stars. They called it the Veil, and when they found it, they arrived to claim it. They already knew much about the light, how it could bend the laws of the universe and create life. But they came to realize that it could bring ruin just as easily. The cosmic events it set in motion could wipe out entire civilizations in a heartbeat, without reason. And so they saw the light, not as a source of prosperity, but of unfettered chaos. By studying the Veil, they came to know the darkness. A power that was shaped by thought and consciousness. And in the darkness, they found the means to carve away the chaos of existence, to calcify it into a final shape, eternal and perfected. They
brought the veil back to the Gardener in an attempt to strengthen their connection. There, they could reshape reality itself. The Gardener would not allow it. And so it fled their world. But they would not be deterred. Having witnessed the truth in the darkness, they used its binding power to merge themselves into the salvation they craved. Thus began the Witness's pursuit. Its campaign to impose meaning on a meaningless universe. One that is nearly at its end.
Zivorath's forces are in full retreat.
Good. Time to complete the mission.
Our dance will never end. I am war. You carry my banner. Cling to me like hope. What are you without me? Sink into my embrace. Drown in the deep. Fight forever.
Stand down, Deputy. Sometimes the battle is stepping away from the battle. We're with you all the way.
The true path lies obscured, but she knows the way. She who hides truth in deception. The Witch Queen must rise.
Guardian, the Witness poses a dire threat. And the Witch Queen holds the answers we seek. But only if we contend with her sister, Zivu-Araf. It rests with me.
Will you come back from this? Do not be afraid.
Bring me your tithes.
You now wield hive magic and have entwined it with your light. Assault the Spire, Guardian, and open the way to our tithes. Let them know fear. The deck of whispers, and they do whisper. Fight in my name, Guardian. Every opponent you defeat strengthens me. to behive.
You have sounded the horn of battle! You are deserving of the greatest death I can bestow!
I don't even know where to begin. You've missed so much. We've slain gods, vanquished nightmares, fought alongside those who we once fought against. I wish you could have been there.
Yeah, me too, kiddo. But hey, I'm here now. Wherever the hell here is.
After all these years, we never talked about it. Why I brought you back. Why you were chosen. The truth is, I didn't know then. It was just a feeling. But I know now. After all we've seen, all we've lost, this fight might be our last. So I'm asking you one last time to rise.